winning is everything in this game, but we always like to win in a good way. I thought overall we thoroughly deserved it. We started the game at a good tempo, took the ball, had the courage to play. But I thought tactically the players were very good. We learned from the last time we were here. We were 3-0 down in probably about half hour, and they killed us on the counter attack. But today we were able to manage the ball, but also manage any threat that they may have, and we had very few opportunities where they broke out against us.
Before the penalty, we had the best chances. We had there 2 or 3 good chances, and they scored in a penalty that is not even a dangerous situation. It's a situation that the opponent is running away from our goal. Teams of similar level, sometimes is the mistake that makes a difference.
I think today was a good marker for us to show ourselves how we can dominate games with and without the ball. First half, I thought we had the ball and dominated the game in that sense, and then second half, obviously we conceded possession to them a little bit more, but we were still dominant.
We were unfortunate, very unfortunate with James Maddison's. That would have been a great goal for us, but we kept going, didn't get disappointed, and produced a really mature performance.
It was, wasn't it? It was a very good performance. They fully deserved that.
Yeah, fully deserved it. I thought Spurs were good as well. I think it's whoever was to take their chances at the right timings. Leicester did that. Son had one earlier on where Casper makes a great save, but I think overall game, Leicester just deserved to win.
Micah mentioned Son, and actually Leicester did a very good job, didn't they, of shutting down that Tottenham left-hand side.
Yeah, I mean, Tottenham's left, Leicester's right was absolutely outstanding. And, you're normally talking about Maddison and Tielemans and Vardy, but it was about sort of 2 unsung heroes. It was about Justin and Albrighton today. The amount of work that they got through, that sort of togetherness, knowing your teammate. Look at Albrighton. He can sense a bit of danger. He has no right to get back 50 yards and quash that chance. That's more or less a certain goal. And he did this time after time. Look at this again. Seeing danger before it happens. Now he's got to keep up with Son. That's going to be hard enough. But he makes Son try something difficult because his presence is there. I just think today, that partnership was unbelievable.
It was brilliant, and Castagna coming back from injury and Albrighton really wide. Justin was playing on a 4 at times, but then going back into a 3, it was really fluid the way Leicester was playing. But yeah, there was on it from the first minute. I was really impressed with Justin though and Albrighton down this side. The relationship between them, it's like they've been playing together for 5 or 10 years. One would go to the ball. Look at him having a little look to see where his teammate is. One would go to the ball, one would drop off. And it happened throughout the game. There really was a top performance defensively. You see this position here. He sees Kane, he sees Moura. He knows he's got to go to the ball, but he knows he goes to the ball because he knows Albrighton's going to cover behind him. And look what happens. He gets the header. And it happened all game. I can't speak highly enough of this. And just when you think, protect the lead, no, Justin doesn't want to settle for that. He's going, he's running in a more offensive. We know how offensive he can be. And his run created space to get the second goal for Leicester.
Yeah, I've got to pick out Sissoko. Look at Sissoko here. He should get into a more defensive position. He thinks there's no danger, but you don't think like that. You think, right, just in case, where should I go? He doesn't, leaves it too late. Vardy gets incredibly lucky with an own goal off Dyer. It's terrible defending. Look at this. Look at this. Look at Albrighton here. Now, he's absolutely shattered, and he's thinking, right, get rid of it. No, he doesn't. He keeps it. And what he does, he keeps it safe side. What I mean by that, he plays it the side of his teammate. So his teammate can get control of the ball, or his teammate's going to get fouled. To do that at the latter end of the game, to think about playing the ball safe side, that's the kind of player you need.
Game intelligence.
Oh, it's brilliant. And he does it all the time, Albrighton.
I mean, you mentioned in the office, it was very similar to the relationship that you would have with James Milner.
Yeah, there was times when I was playing for Man City, and sometimes I would get the plaudits and he'd do all the donkey work. So I'd be running forward and I couldn't run at the same intensity back.
Yeah.
And Milner would just say, don't worry, like I've got you covered here. And he was such
in that understanding way? Like you were 30 yards upfield?
It depends how good the quality of the cross was. If the cross was not good, I'd get a rollicking, but reminded me of the time when I was at City when it was selfless and there was always there for each other.
Did you work on it, or did that understanding just come naturally? Like when you see them, do you see them working on it, or do you think sometimes you just get that chemistry and it clicks?
I think they would have worked on it a little bit more because of Son. We know the positions that Son likes to get in that left-hand channel, so I think they've worked on it more. And Albrighton he's an underrated player.
Yeah.
Serge
Aurier has been great this season for Tottenham, but this was silly.
Yeah, this is the old Serge Aurier. This is the Aurier we thought had gone because he's been really good this season, and I don't know what he's thinking there. He can't see the ball. He hasn't gone for the ball, and he's just I don't understand what your thinking is there, and on this occasion he's let his team down, and he knows that. Look at his body language.
Okay. Basically, you owe everything to James Milner.
He can claim it. Yeah. That's why he's still playing and I'm not.
Trust me, he's got the better deal, I think. Right, now on to two of the bottom five at the start of the day. Brighton against Sheffield United with John Roeder.
Brendan, is that one of those occasions where you get, as a coach, as much satisfaction from the performance as you do the result?
Yeah, we had everything, and I think we see the learning from the time we played here towards the end of last season, and you've seen how Tottenham have played this season. But I thought in the first half we really controlled the game with and without the ball. Denied them any counter-attacks where they're very, very strong, but played with confidence and played with a nice rhythm in our game. And but we looked a really, really good side and deserved to be in front. And then second half I thought we controlled the game without the ball, but still looked a real threat and still had the confidence to play. And actually, with a better final pass and a wee bit of finesse, we might have scored more. Unfortunate with the goal that was disallowed as well. It's the thickness of a line on the telly, it looked like. But no, I thought over the course of the game we were outstanding, and it was a very good win for us.
Did you start off in exactly the right way with a high tempo?
Yeah, it's how we like to start the game, and I think that when you look at the statistics of Tottenham, they've scored so many goals in the first 15 minutes of games, so it was going to be important that you did start well, because they have that quality that they've shown, but with the players that they have. But I thought we started with good control, good composure, worked the ball through their lines, and as I said, we arrived up into the final third and with quality.
Not a good week for you. How do you assess the week?
It's not a good week in terms of results. We could be here as the ones that broke Liverpool record at Anfield, getting 3 points at Anfield and going to this game from the high of this level of confidence and happiness. I have to admit that probably we start this game from the low of that disappointment of not getting what you deserve in that match. But Leicester also lost in the past match, and they came with a positive attitude, which we didn't start. And basically was that. And then after that, the game was a game that could go in both directions. But again, it's a game that we lose with the penalty and with the own goal.
So that's 1 point from 9. How do you get yourself back on track now?
It's not 1 point of 9. It's many points in 14 matches. And that's, for me, the situation.